Okay, so the verse, mostly what we're doing in the right hand is playing quarter note chords. In the left hand, you're playing kind of half notes, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. But instead of just octaves this time, we're not really playing chords, but we're playing, I guess you can call them chords, but we're not playing full chords. We're not going like that, but we are kind of doing power chord things. In other words, on this G, instead of just octave Gs, you're going to actually play G, D, and G. And so, as a little bit of a correction, actually, because what we learned on the last segment, we went, okay, what you need to actually do is ba-bum. Let's come down with your index finger on D and your thumb on G, because that's what we're going to be doing as the first note in the next in the verse. So sorry, but it's not a big deal. All you have to do is add your index finger into that equation. So there's your first half note, is G, D, and G, like so. Then it goes to F sharp, D, and F sharp, because it's a D chord over an F sharp bass. Then it goes to an E, B, E. Then it goes to D, B, D. Down to C, G, and C. So let's look at that again. So at the end of the intro, so it's G, D, and G, F sharp, D, and F sharp, E, B, and E, D, B, and D, C, G, and C. That's all the farther we need to go in the moment. Now on the right hand, we have gone from here and we've started the first note on this inversion of G with a D, G, B. So we play that twice. We're on quarter notes. 1, 2. Now we're down to a D chord. D, F sharp, A. 3, 4. Down to an E minor chord, which is voiced B, E, and G. Now we're on to a G7 chord. B, D, F, and G. Okay? Now we move to a C chord, which is voiced G, C, E. And that's actually for four counts. Okay? So let's look at the two hands together that far. From here, we go 1, 2, and then we kind of arpeggiate this C chord a little bit. We go G, C, D, E. So it's a C added 9 chord. That D makes it an added 9. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and So again. Okay, now in the left hand we go to just plain octaves: D, E, F sharp, D. So it's like Frère Jacques. Okay, now in the right hand we've gone. Now it's a D chord with A, D, and F sharp, E minor, B, E, G, D chord, D, F sharp, A, then another D chord but inverted back down to A, D, and F sharp, so it looks like this. So the two together, we went. So again. So let's look at the whole line to that point. Again, I'll play it a little slower. Okay, now we basically repeat that again all the way through. Except now we go to an E flat major 7 chord. So I want you to find E flat power in your bass line, which is E flat, B flat, E flat, like that. And then in your right hand, you're going to play a really thick E minor 7 chord. I want you to find octave G's, one above middle C, one below, and then fill it in with B flat and D. Okay? And then what you do is you come down on the whole chord, bum, and then you just take the top 3 notes, B flat, D, and G, and then toggle down to your thumb. So, bum. And then you come down on an F added 9 chord, which is going to be A, C, F, and G, and you do the same thing. And then you come down here again where we started, because that's for the second verse. So watch that line. I'm going to come into it a little bit from the second half of the verse. So we've gone. So it's so I'm going to play the whole line, both hands, a few times through slowly. And I'm going to throw the intro that we learned in the last section in there too, so you can see how it plays in with this, how it fits in. We'll just play it slowly and give you a chance to watch it and practice along, and then we'll move on. Okay, again. One more time, slow. And at full speed, it just looks like this. Okay, and just a real quick note of interest, like I said, I'm not teaching specifically the Cold Spring Harbor version, but for those of you who are interested in throwing some of that in there, what you can do is on the second time through, on the second verse, you do the same thing with your left hand that you would have done, but your right hand, instead of just being these plain old quarter notes, this is the maneuver. You play the quarter notes, the whole chord, and then your thumb on D comes back down, then your index finger, then back to your thumb. So it's whole chord, thumb, index, thumb. So essentially, just a little point of interest there. When you come out of it and you go, and you get ready for the second verse, you can go. And that is is one of the things that he's doing that he did back in 1971 on that. So just a little. So you can add that in anytime you want to any of these maneuvers, that chord, thumb, and then it's either going to be chord, thumb, index, thumb, or chord, thumb, middle thumb, whatever. But chord, lowest note, middle note, lowest note. It's a kind of a common Elton John maneuver, to be honest with you. So anyway, just a little point of interest. I will see you in the next section, and we're going to look at the bridge.